What's up, everybody? Ooh, scared himself. You guys okay? You guys okay? Don't you just hate when you leave the house and forget something? I do it all the time. Today's episode, Spencer forgets something at home. My camera's falling down. I think I have to do it this way. It's the best way to do it. Have you ever played Magic the Gathering? No, I'm serious. Like, have you ever played Magic the Gathering? Not just the kind that someone gave you the cards and you just started following how they play the game. I mean, no, seriously, like, did you play the game Magic the Gathering? I mean, not the kind where you're playing with somebody else's cards and they showed you what to do and you're just like following along. I mean, no, I mean, like, have you willingly went to buy cards? Have you stayed up all night to try to beat your friend? Did you do research to try to find better cards to try to beat your friends late at night in the same game that you're playing? Have you actually played Magic the Gathering, or are you in this weird realm between being a casual and being not a casual? Well, today on the Awesome Spencer series, I'm going to tell you the difference. Back in 2011, I worked on a web blog series called Socal MTG.com. The best thing about it was to connect the non-Magic masses with those who wanted to watch it online. The unique thing about SoCalMTG.com was that we did this show before there was Twitch. Twitch came out, like, I would say mid 2011, and I was working on this project as early as January of 2011. We really wanted to continue what was going on, but you can go ahead and check out the videos. You see, what people didn't realize at the time, we couldn't move forward with this channel because of the technology. This technology included streaming, getting the right cameras, quality of commentary that we wanted to do. I collaborated with Alex on this project. We traveled all over the world, and it was such a fun time. If you haven't really played Magic the Gathering at the level or caliber of not even the semi-professional level, you're really missing out on something so wonderful. I feel that Magic the Gathering is like the granddaddy of all card games. What's really unique about that card game in itself is that it spawned all these other little card games that most people don't really give it credit for. 2011 was a very trying time for not just YouTubers, but a lot of bloggers, I would say, for myself. I really tried my best to be aggressively on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, Tumblr, you know it. Socal MTG's goal was to attempt to make money by the end of the year. We wanted to sell t-shirts, sell tickets, stickers, sell memorabilia, sell paraphernalia, anything that had to do with our store, our channel, because of all this hard work we put into it. The goal of Socal MTG was to connect people who weren't familiar with not just the game, but with knowing what the game was at the smallest level. See, what was cool about Magic, at least what we tried to do, is we tried to create we tried to have those little people, you know, the people who couldn't go to these bigger tournaments, the people who didn't have access to, like, knowing the information now. We wanted to stream that content, like, right away. And it was super fun, it was super epic. It felt like we were in charge of something. It felt like something belonged to us. And I urge everyone to just have that kind of opportunity, that responsibility to do what you like to do. Today's a pretty straightforward day. I wanted to showcase this channel as a way of showing, like, a beginning, kind of like my entry into not just being a host, but also being a grower. You know, I wanted to learn more about myself and, you know, get me to talking to people and seeing what worked and what didn't, and how to promote yourself or how to fail to promote yourself. I really think that this was an opportunity for people to just kind of, like, look at how easy and how fickle things are when you start getting into doing interviews, and when you start trying to really push a channel in the beginning. It's very difficult for others to, like, see your work, and it's hard to find that niche. I was always trying to find a niche, and it felt like that Magic, because I was so passionate about it, it was very, very interesting to kind of, like, show that in a very unique way. So the 3 videos that I posted up are going to be, one is going to be an interview. We saw different kind of interviews. There's always like one person, so we wanted this opportunity to film everybody. It was kind of silly because we put everybody sitting on a couch. The second thing was a deck review. Third, there is a what do you call this? The third video is the commentary on an actual gameplay. So this was way before the technology we had to film or stream things live now. I'm sure we could have done it back in 2011, just not very well. We filmed it, we dubbed it, we redubbed it, we made it, we added animations and timing. It was such a great experience for the time being, but it was such low budget, and I felt like we should have continued doing that work. But you know, all things aside, I felt that there was a lot of creative differences. It was really hard to move forward with the channel that, you know, without the technology, without the proper planning, you know, and we didn't reach our goal by the end of the year. Like we didn't end up making any money. We were able to promote like a label, and we were able to work well in a collaboration, but honestly, like, it was really difficult to make any kind of money off on the website. We were more just like a channel to try to like showcase like how people can watch games. So if you guys want to see more about this channel, you can go ahead and click the link in the description for Alex's page. He did such a great job to put these videos back all together. You know, I can't take credit for all these videos. I did star in them, and I did help edit them in the beginning, and it was a great experience, but I really feel that that channel didn't launch the way it should have. I wanted to be here to finally explain why, and ultimately it fits this channel for all the times I didn't make any for all my failed YouTube channels. So, you know, this fits right in the perspective. We tried to launch a small little blog that just didn't, it was like not like a literal fail to launch, but there was a lot of support and we had a lot of movement. It was just hard to continue on based on the technology at the time, based on like how sporadic and how fast Magic moved, and our priorities were very different too. So I honestly feel that we could probably continue if we decided to do something very similarly. However, because of the rapid change of many other games, there's way different kind of streams out there. So I just want to let people know that this was a very active thing to do back in the day, and you know, I really want others to kind of appreciate like what they have as a streamer, because we really were there in the beginning, like trying to make this more accessible to others. So, you know, more big ups to those who are still continuing that grind, and you know, watch more of these videos that we made back in, you know, 7 years ago, you know, 7-8 years ago, about how to, you know, film these simple little games. So, you know, please enjoy them. If I had any advice for anyone, I would say do what scares you. You know, do what's uncomfortable. Do what makes you happy. That's just my advice. If me and Alex would have continued this show, if we would have continued So Cal MTG, I honestly feel that would have been a new voice for that generation. It's really sad that we didn't pursue this. That's how I see it, as a failure. I see it as a straight up loss to not just the community, but to like a piece of ourselves. I felt that as much as we saw this as a side project, this could have been our main project. You know, way before the technology it was to stream, way before there were like everybody's doing it now, right? Everyone's twitching, everyone's finding ways to communicate their game, stream their game live, interview themselves, interview players. I just felt that given the circumstances, we just didn't take that risk. And life is too short to like not take these risks, and that's what this channel is literally all about. So I just want everyone to know that if you had an opportunity and you see it, just take it. And if you watch any of these clips, if you watch any of the old videos from Socal MTG, you can really see that we put a lot of passion and effort in these videos to produce them. You know, even though they're super low budget, they were made like 8 years ago, and they were so well done during the time. And I feel that if we would have had the technology then, we would have skyrocketed. But I felt that because of the circumstances, we should have just kept on going. And sure, they're super jank and super lame, but I honestly feel that because of our creative fruition, we would have skyrocketed. But unfortunate, that was the time, that was the place, and now I had more time to reflect, and this is what my channel is now about, to talk about all these failed YouTube channels. So let's see what else we have in store. All right, thanks guys for watching.